Hello, my gemmies. This is Gem Lover here, or Clara, and today we're gonna do What If podcast. What if Gem Lover Superman 3 actually happened? Alright, so I'll take you a few notes. A, I actually made that, and B, I wrote a fanfic on DVD-R, and I'll post the chapters and the link down below so you can read them. So, if you haven't read Gem Lover Superman 3, you need to read them right now, or read the previous two Gem Lover Superman fanfics. So basically, this is about, Superman and Jadeite's friends celebrating while Helen is not dead, but she's not actually dead. She faked her own death, and she meets the Websters. And you probably know about that. So let's explain my characters and their actors. Greenia Davis plays Jade Hamilton, or Jadeite, and of course Jade's evil counterpart Ruby. The reason why I chose this for her because of her height, because Christopher Reeves is 5'3" or 5'6", and so Greenia Davis can play the good part of it if she played a female Superman. So I decided to pick her because of her height, and yeah. And I'll give you a spoilers for Chapter 8. Jadeite's hair turned finally green after fighting her evil counterpart, Ruby. And, yeah. And that's what I could think of. I don't know much about this OC that I made. But this is not really my favorite OCs because of her, never mind. Let's go to the next part. This second girl is Ashley Varr, played by Demi Moore. And I know Gem Lover Superman 3 doesn't exist, but the original one does exist without my OCs. But yeah. And Ashley was, in the first Gem Lover fanfic, was a bully and really rude. But she changed due to Jadeite and meeting her and making new friends. And yeah, she is now my favorite because I used to hate her in the first one, and then I started to have a love into her. I make my OCs. I put my love in my OCs, though. Speaking of love, I chose to have her girlfriend here, which is Vanessa Hudson, which is played by Jennifer Jason Leigh, who you probably know was in Breakfast Club that I haven't seen, but I recently seen was Dolores Claiborne, I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce it. So she plays Selena in Dolores Claiborne, because the reason why I picked this role for her, because of her personality, her beauty, and she's inspired by two fictional characters. The reason one is Twilight Sparkle from My Little Pony and Raven from Teen Titans due to their intelligence. And I was thinking, what if Vanessa was a scientist? So I made her into a scientist. And yeah. And originally I was having trouble making a character development for Vanessa. Originally she was evil, and she wants to trick Vanessa into joining the Websters. And of course, Helen. But I debunked it because I want a new character in Jadeite's team. So I picked this one. So yeah. I hope you like the idea of my concept, though. Alright, the next OC is played by Michael J. Fox, which is John Baker. John Baker is one of my favorite OCs, because he's humorous. And fun fact, he's actually inspired by a character, a Steven Universe character. Oh, what am I think? Oh, it's Amethyst. Yeah, he's inspired by Amethyst by Steven Universe. And yeah. Yeah, he's really, really funny and really sweet towards his friend. And so, yeah, I'm going to get to his friend right now. And there's Leo Green, who is played by none other than Tom Cruise, which is one of my favorite actors of all time. The reason why I chose Tom Cruise for Leo Green because of Rain Man. That's right. He was really actually pretty good in the movie. He was young, perfect, and not to mention Risky Business. He was really funny in there, doing the dance. And this is what it kind of looks like between Leo and John. Yeah, they're supposed to be a gay couple, which I proudly did it because originally they're going to just be friends but not couples. But they are anyway, so thanks to my imagination. Let's move on. And of course, Sean Young plays Helen Alina for reasons, because of H. Ventura, Pet Detective of Blade Runner, and of course, Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde. I just really adore her, and I just really like her beauty and her voice and her attitude. And I was thinking that if she was in a Superman film, so why put her in a Superman film? And originally she was about to be in Tim Burton's Batman, but I think she didn't get the role, so I'm giving her a chance to be in a superhero film. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, enough of that. So let's talk about the relationships between my OC's actors' relationships. We all know Grania Davis is sweet, and she had dated Jeff Goldblum for a long time in The Fly. But I can imagine her reaction during the robot transformation scene is really, she could be really scared and really shocked. Because in The Fly, when Jeff Goldblum's ear fell off, her reaction was not acting. It was completely real. So I was thinking if Grania Davis was there, she would be scared out of her mind. But somehow, if you read Chapter 8, you probably know it's kind of a sad story, a sad scene, because imagine this. Helen was there trying to save Vera from the transformation, and she doesn't. She breaks down into tears, and it hits differently. The kids would feel bad, and the audience would slightly cry, but they would be relieved when Vera, or possessed Vera, opens her eyes and comes to the crew, and then zaps one of her friends, and then Helen hugs her, and then she gets attacked, and Vanessa knows about it, and the audience would be shocked. So yeah, that's kind of a genre change, that I changed the genre. And of course, Richard Pryor's relationship with Aretha Franklin, which is my headcanon for Lisa Gorman, would be probably humorous. And the reason why I chose Aretha Franklin to be Lisa Gorman, because of Blues Brothers. That's right, Blues Brothers. I actually love the movie, and I got some inspiration from that. Originally, she was going to be really bad, really sarcastic, really spoiled. But I don't want to make her a hated character, so I decided to change her personality into a cool, slick, and smart personality. And in Chapter 4, or Chapter 6, that's what I call, she sings Think just like the Blues Brothers. Yeah, and I can imagine being her singing the same song as the Blues Brothers, just Think Aretha had if Richard Lester probably had the right to make Aretha sing Think just like the Blues Brothers movie, then she'll probably do it. Yeah, and Vera would or Annie Ross would like it and be good friends with Aretha. That I can imagine, though. And the Diamond Hotel that John and Leo go in, this will probably look like, because I can imagine stuff in my mind, but sometimes stuff in dreams. Like one time that I had a dream that I was in a hotel, and it looked so fancy, and it had diamonds in it, so I named it the Diamond Hotel. So yeah. And I added some Blues Brothers elements to it, like in Chapter 6, or something, I don't know. Vera and Helen steal the diamonds and Leo and John, and go into a car chase, and they go into a mall, which is a reference to the mall chase scene from the Blues Brothers, and I thought it would be really hilarious. What inspired me to do that was a Family Guy parody. If you don't believe me, just watch the parody. It's hilarious. So, my theory is, how would the film get its reputation despite the fact the original Superman 3 got its bad reputation? Well, it could probably be good, and it could probably be bad. It has little cliches and criticisms. Just like how come Leo and John didn't notice they were in danger, or something like that. Or how come Ashley trusted Vera and drank the poison Coca-Cola and later vomited. Yeah, so this can be a really little cliched, but I still like it. I accept it. And I respect everybody's opinion, though. So yeah, if it actually happened, none of my fanfics would exist. Only those. So yeah. And that's today of my first What If Theory podcast. You've probably seen What If Bette Midler played Vera Webster or something like that. So yeah. I'll plan to make more of these. So yeah, I'll see you again.